an accurate and clear description and understanding of the Milankovitch cycle?
Well, the Earth's axis is presently tilted at about 23.5 degrees from the axis of its orbit.
Okay.
And when it's tilted most toward the sun in the northern hemisphere, that's what we call northern summer.
Okay.
And 6 months later, the northern hemisphere is tilted most away from the sun. That's what we call northern winter. The seasons in the southern hemisphere are the opposite. Because the tilt of the axis is what makes the seasons, and because there are astronomical forces that change the tilt of the axis and its orientation over time, the result is climate change. There's 3 cycles that affect the Earth's axis, and they're called the Milankovitch cycles. People wonder what was the cause of the ice ages. Right. Could it be changes in the atmosphere of the Earth? Could it be astronomical forces acting on the Earth? So there's the change in the tilt, which is called the obliquity. The tilt of the axis, which is now 23.5 degrees, that wobbles, that goes through an oscillation of about a degree one way to 23.5 degrees. It goes to 24.5 degrees and to 22.5 degrees, back and forth slowly. There's the change in the direction of the axis in space, which has a 26,000 year period. That's called precession.
Mm-hmm. So while we're spinning, it will
exactly
wobble like that.
Wobble like that. And the period of that wobble is about 26,000 years with respect to the stars. And the third one is there's a change in the shape of the orbit of the Earth. The orbit of the Earth and of the other planets is not perfectly circular. It's elliptical. It's a distorted circle. And the sun is not in the center of that ellipse. It's off from the center. So at one point in the orbit, called perihelion, the Earth is closest to the sun. 6 months later, it's at the opposite end of the orbit. It's farthest from the sun. That eccentricity, the deviation from being a circular orbit, that itself changes over time due to tugs by the planets, mainly Jupiter and Venus, on the Earth's orbit. And so the eccentricity goes through slow changes with a period of about 100,000 years and another longer period of about 400,000 years. So you add all of this complexity together and you can calculate how it affects the strength of sunlight across the seasons and across the latitudes of the Earth over time. And you can calculate it pretty exactly because it's just celestial mechanics. It's Newtonian physics that has been perfected. You can calculate it for millions of years into the past and project it millions of years into the future.